Millennials use social media on their iPhones or iPads or even computers to keep up, whether it's with family and friends on social media or for news purposes. Um, where do millennials get their news? They get their news mostly from Facebook or the news app that's on your iPhone or iPad. It just depends, but I feel like a lot more people know what's going on throughout Facebook because so many different, whether it's an advertisement, it pops up throughout Facebook, and a lot of your friends on Facebook also share different types of news sources and things that's going on around the world. So a lot of people get news from Facebook, I think. Um, Millennials. Do millennials engage themselves in the news? I think they do, especially throughout Facebook. Like, I have a lot of parents on my Facebook that I know, and they always are sharing different stories, and they always have a comment on top of it, what they feel about it or what they think about the news story. How do millennials use Facebook versus Twitter? I don't really think a lot of millennials use Twitter as much. Really, when on my Twitter, I have a lot of sports news. Um, so I think the only reason why millennials would use Twitter is for sports purposes, and you really have to be into sports to use it. Also, how do millennials use Facebook versus Twitter? Facebook is just more common for them. They've had it for so long. It's just something that they go back to. And I think Facebook is more important to millennials, like I said before, because that's where they catch up with all their family and friends. And that I think Facebook is really meant for millennials, because if you look at kids nowadays, you ask them if they have a Facebook, and not many people have Facebook, just older adults.